I want to show you the mail back page as well, because if you're talking about the psychology of this particular situation, this piece, and it's a great package in the mail because Jack Gowen's done the back page piece, Sammy Mockbell's done an excellent piece inside as well. But Jack's basically quoting Pep saying here, we do love the pressure, we are in control of this title race, and this is the stage where we come alive. And Sammy inside is saying, look, we've seen this movie before. This is what City do, and this is the way that they do it. The more of a challenge they have, the more they rise to the occasion. And very often they win with games in hand. You kind of get the sense they could have done if they really wanted to this time around. And that's all based on those numbers you showed us a second ago on that graphic. 4 defeats in 57 matches. That's the level. That's the consistency now needed if you want to beat this team to the title.
Obviously, they've got Spurs. You say that you see it maybe potentially all over. So a lot of people are calling this one, it might be the potential banana skin for Manchester City. Do you see that at all?
No. They're too good. They're too good. And Arsenal are going to sort of be in the situation, I think, that Liverpool have been in, where you have the season, like, sort of in any normal era, would have seen them be champions comfortably. This Arsenal team could get 1 point fewer than the Invincibles. They've won more games than the Invincibles. That's extraordinary, what they've done. Mikel Arteta has been amazing, what they've done. But still not going to be enough, potentially.
And interesting, he is. You can see he's still mirroring almost what Pep Guardiola has achieved. He was his apprentice. He's still doing that with his Arsenal team, isn't he? He
is still doing that. It's very similar to Pep in so much as he's gone through a couple of goalkeepers before he's found the right one. Now Raya's the right one. He's got that defensive bedrock, 10 clean sheets so far this season. That's the most since 1990-91. They've scored the most goals in Premier League that they have done in Premier League history. Their record was 90 several decades ago. So all of those bars that Pep had been reaching on the way to where they are now, Arteta's reaching them, but the fact is that the apprentice still isn't quite as... He's Yoda, isn't he? He's football's version of Yoda. The force is still with him.
Force is strong. The bottom line is, though, this is you wouldn't bet against them doing it all again next season. This City team is there. It feels like for longevity.
While Guardiola's in charge, while Guardiola's in charge, it's going to be very, very difficult for everyone. I think if Arsenal, I can see Arsenal winning a title under Mikel Arteta for sure. And I wonder whether...
Does Guardiola have to go, though?
I don't know. The way Liverpool did it when they won the league, it was the blitz to start off with.
Yeah.
Like, there was 26 wins from 27 games to start off with. I think it's going to need something like that. Because City, you say, have that sort of little sticky spell around autumn where they always they might lose at home to Crystal Palace or Brentford or something like that. But if you can get yourself...
They looked vulnerable at times. You have to be certain. They looked vulnerable at times this season.
They did, but when was the last... It was the last time they lost? November?
Yeah, December.
Yeah.
December, I think it was December the 23rd.
So there you go.
And the thing is, in that period, Arsenal will look back and think to themselves, we had 1 win in 5 in that period. If we'd have won maybe 2 more of those games, it could have swung the balance in their favour. If we'd won against Villa at home, it could have swung the pendulum in our favour. But they haven't done a lot wrong. They've been outstanding. Set pieces, I mean, we'd mentioned Nicolas Jova, their set piece coach, a while back. He deserves a mention in dispatches again, because I think, the organisation of the Arsenal side, as well as the culture, as well as the consistency, as well as the squad recruitment has been outstanding as well. They've done nothing wrong. No. It is just that City they build with an eye for the future. And the way that they build, the players they bring in, you might say, well, Cole Palmer, they let him go and he's been outstanding so far this season, but you can see why they felt they could. And to be honest with you, Pep said we tried to keep him, but he wanted to go. It's been good for both parties in some respects, but overall, outstanding.